So if my screen is shared, list to QA session dot py. Let me open Notepad. Sometimes we have a matrix, like we have matrix equal to something like this, and here is one list 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, any number we can take, 7, 8, 9, like this. I need to find out the first operation that we need to perform, sum of rows, correct? Diagonal. Sum of rows means if we have this one is the first row, I want sum of this in the list. In this list, I want 2 plus 4 plus 6, whatever, then 1 plus 3 plus 5, whatever value we have. So this type of sum we are just expecting. How I will do it?
So like saying the pattern, so like we're printing, so we can just so go on the row and then apply the loop, so it will add.
Okay. So let me define the matrix over here. First, matrix equal to, is there anything missing? Dot py. Okay, fine. Matrix. So I'm taking one matrix over here, and this matrix is having like 2, 4, 6. The second list, second row we can say, like we have this one is having odd numbers. Then we have mix of numbers 7, 8, and 9. I need to perform. First is find the sum of rows. Correct? Find the sum of the rows. That means 2 plus 4 plus 6, whatever value we are getting. Then 1 plus 3 plus 5, 7 plus 8 plus 9. So we are very sure that I will have to iterate with this matrix row by row. That means I will be taking out this one as first element, then second element and third element, and then I will be doing the sum. So directly we can use nested loop, but here I will be using shorthand technique, correct? So rows sum, I'm taking one variable. Here I'm defining a list. Inside this list, I will just loop for r in matrix. For r in matrix, let me take the same variable. So every time we are getting one row from this matrix. Is this clear? Every
Yeah.
time for r in
Yes, yes.
matrix. So every time we are getting first list, second list, and third list. And then whatever value of r is found, whatever value of r is found. So r will be a list. R will be a list. We already know the sum of list, how we can do.
Yes.
So this is very simple. Every time we are getting one row from this matrix, so 2, 4, 6 will be in R, and for this list I am doing the summation. Simple. If I print, so just rows sum and let us run it. Now we are getting the sum 12. 2 plus 4 plus 6, 6, 4, 10 to 12, right? 5, 3, 4. Any doubt
Yes.
up to this point? Is this clear?
Yes.
Hmm. Next question we have, next question we have diagonal, sum of diagonal, correct? So what is the diagonal in this matrix? Can you tell me? This one we can say a diagonal
239.
239, or else we can say this is the diagonal,
26. Yes.
correct? So this is the diagonal. Now sum of the diagonal. So let me take one variable, diagonal sum equal to this one. First, I will try to loop in the matrix for the range 0. This one is the 0, 1, and 2 column, correct? So this is the 0, 1, and 2 column. So I will write for I in range, and the max range I can give, that is 3. For I in range 3. Then I don't want sum, I just want to print the diagonal. So I will write matrix, and you remember what is the position? What is the position of 4?
So 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3.
Like, so similarly I can give I and I, correct? For I and J both. Let me print this. I am just printing the diagonal, not sum. Diagonal this way. 239. I am getting 239. 2, 3, and 9. So what is happening? For I in range, that will start 0, 1, and 2. So first time it will print matrix I will be 0, 0, 0. The 0, 0 position will be printing. So this will be 0 row and 0 column. What is the position of 3? Again, 1, 1, right? So one row and one column. Now we have again next value. So in this way we can print the diagonal value, correct? Suppose I want the sum of columns. Sum of columns. I also want sum of columns. Sum of columns. These are the column 217, 438, 659. I want sum of these columns. Now I will be iterating again in the loop column sum, and this time I will be using two loops. First I will fetch the row for row in matrix, for row in matrix. Again subsequent condition for row in matrix. So beside this, what I can do, first I can start the range for I in range. I in range. I am getting the range 0, 1, 2. So I will just write for I in range 3. Whatever value of I am getting, I will do the operation. So every time I will be getting 0. So that means I can fetch this row by 0, by 1 and by 2. So again I will just sum the rows element, sorry, column element,
Yes.
correct? So I will say just for rows in matrix, because I need to find this one for rows in matrix, and whatever row I will find for that row I will sum, do the summation of it.
Yes.
So what I can say, sum of and rows rows I. Then I am running a loop, and here we are closing the sum function. What I am doing, can you tell me in this logic?
So, so we are just taking the range 2, 3,
Hmm,
and then so we are taking the rows from the matrix.
correct.
So like the first one, and then so we are going to get the first value of that row. First one.
Every time the value of I will be
Yes.
0.
Yes.
If the value is
And
0, then it will come over here, correct?
yes.
Then again I am running a loop for rows. So this will fetch the first row. This will fetch the first row. In the first row, in which value I am interested? I am interested in this value, 0, correct? 0 position value. Are you getting it? Let me copy this and show you in diagram so that it will be more convenient. Let me take the screenshot because it is very important question. This one. Hmm. Now, What is the value of I over here? First time. What is the value of I? 0.
zero.
Correct. Now I am again coming over here. For rows in matrix. So this will find the first row in the matrix. Which is the first row in the matrix? This one. This one is the first row in the matrix. Correct. That is 2, comma 4, comma 6. This is the first row in matrix. So in this rows variable, there will be 2, 4 and 6. But I need to find the sum of columns. So I am interested in 2. In the second run, I will be interested in 1 and I will be interested in 7. Correct? So here it is taking the first row of the matrix. Then in the first row of the matrix, I am only interested in 2. I am only interested in 2, no other value. Correct? So
Yes.
here I will be taking out 2 from this. I will be taking out 2. Again, the sum function is working, so it will plus. Again, the value of I, the value of this loop will be iterating itself because this loop is not over itself. Again, this will fetch the second row. This will fetch the second row. Still the value of I is 0, but it will fetch the second row. So what will be the second row? 135. In 135, I am only interested 1, 3 and 5. I am interested in which value? Rows 0. So because it is the value of rows, correct?
Yes.
So I am interested in rows 0 position. That means I am interested in 1 only. So here I will be taking 1 out of this. I will be taking 1 out of this. So 2 plus 1 will be done in the sum function. Again the loop will iterate. Again the loop will iterate and fetch the third row itself. Still this inner part is running. 7, 8 and 9 will be fetched. 7, 8 and 9. This will be fetched and again I am interested in this row. Which position value? Row 0 position value.
Yes.
So now I am getting 7 over here out of this. So this time I am getting 7. So 2 plus 1 plus 7. That will be 10. First value will be 10 in the list. Correct? Again, once this loop is over, it will again go to this values. Now the value of I will become what? Tell me.
Sorry, one.
1. Now the value of I will become 1. Again, this will go to this inner loop. This loop will be fetching rows again. So this time it will fetch the,
So
this will fetch
that's
the
second column.
second column. Column, no, no, it will fetch only the second row,
Yes.
0 and 1. So this means this will fetch 1, 3 and 5. Again, no, it will fetch the first one
The
because
first.
here
Yes.
I is not working, right? So
Yes.
this will again fetch 2, 4 and 6. And in 2 and 4, 6, which position value of this row I am interested?
The second position
I
means
am
of
interested in 4.
oneness.
So this
Yes.
will fetch the 4. Again, it will fetch the second row, correct?
Yes.
And it is still 1. So first position value that is 3. This will be fetched. This has been fetched. And again next row will be coming in the rows and row 0 position 1 position. This will be fetched. So 4, 3 plus 8 in the sum function that will be doing. So 8, 4, 12, 3, 15. Correct? Okay. Once this loop is over, it will go again. Now the value of I will become 2. Now the value of I will become 2. Similarly, it will just come over here, and again this loop will start for rows in matrix. So the first row will be accessed 2, 4, 6, but whatever value of rows I am getting, that means first time I will be getting 2, 4 and 6. Now I am interested in rows of I. So rows 2 position value. What is the rows 2 position value at this time? 6. Correct? Rows.
Yes.
This will fetch the entire row. Correct?
Yes.
This will fetch the entire row. 2, 4 and 6. Rows 0 and rows I. So that means rows 2 position I will be fetching. So rows 2 position will be 6. Again, next row will be fetched 1, 3 and 5. 1, 3, 5. Again, this will be accessing rows 2 position. So this time it will be interested in 5. Again, another row will be fetched 7, 8 and 9. So again, this will be interested at this position 9. So this will do 6 plus 5 plus 9. Correct? 6 plus 5, 11 plus 9, that is 20. So this will be the sum of rows. Getting me?
Yes.
How this loop was running. How this loop was running. So this is the scenario. Whatever I am getting, simply I am running this loop 0, 1 and 2. When the value of I is 0, this will be fetching one by one row. So first time it will fetch this row, and in this row it will be fetching ith position value rows 0, that means 2. Again second row will be fetched, third row will be fetched. Similarly, so 0 position, all these columns will be fetched. In the first iteration 2, 1, 7. In the second iteration 4, 3, 8 and 6, 5, 11. Now I can print column sum. Now you can also verify your answer. What is happening? Rows I. Oh, I should give the positional value, not this one. Correct? So here I am getting sum of rows, right? Column sum I have already done. So this is the sum of columns. What is the sum of columns? And sum of rows? Every time it is very simple. Loop through this matrix for R in matrix. Every time R is fetching, the entire list summation will be done. The rows, columns, sum, everything we are doing. Any doubt in this question, Prakhar?
So,
Hmm?
but so, so the rule one.
I'm not getting you. What are you saying?
Sir, can you repeat the rule one?
This one.
Yes.
Okay. This is our matrix. Okay. This is our matrix. And you want how this one is executing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me for this one only. If I have a list, suppose I have a list, just giving you example, ls, let me choose another color, ls equal to 1, 2, 3. If I write print sum of ls, what will be the output? Tell me.
So 6.
1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6. Correct? So this one is sure. Okay. Now, suppose I have different list. This one is the first list, whatever I have. I have another list, okay, and I have another list, this one. Now, suppose I have this nested list, okay. I am just wishing to get this value. Suppose this is the list ls2, ls3, and I am wishing to get this one. So I will just write ls3, okay, ls3, and then what position I will give? This one, okay. So this ls0 will give me, sorry, ls3 of 0 will give me what value? Tell me. This will give me 1, 2, and 3. Again, if I am writing print ls3 and I am giving 1. Now tell me which position value I will be getting. This is at 0 position. This is at 1 position. Okay. So I will be getting 3, 4, and 5. Sure. ls3.
Yes.
Don't miss it. Yeah. Print ls3. Again, I am giving 2 position. Now tell me which positional value I will get.
Sorry,
This
5,
one,
6, and 7.
5, 6, and
Yes.
7. 5, 6, and 7. Now tell me if I am getting this value in any variable like r.
Yes.
R. So I am getting this value in r. So if I write r, sum of r, then what will be the output?
So the summation of the list.
Yes, 1 plus 2 plus 3. Correct? Now compare this. Concentrate on this part only. Okay? For r in matrix, what will happen? For the first time, this will fetch 2, 4, and 6. This will fetch 2, 4, and 6. And this value is a list. Now the sum of r is being done. Correct?
Yes.
2, 4, 6. So this will do the summation. Again the loop will run, and for r in matrix, the second row will be fetched in R. The second row will be fetched in R, and this is a list 1, 3, 5, and I am doing summation over here. Sum of R, sum of 1, 3, and 5. Correct? This way I am getting the answer. Let me do it quickly over here also. Let me just cut and paste. I am putting over here. Just I will explain. Now tell me how I will fetch this one. Just in
Yes.
very simple way. Matrix,
Yes.
okay,
Sir, zero.
zero position, correct?
Yes.
Simple. Matrix zero position, and I am, please report this bug. What went wrong? Any identification issue? This one, okay? 2, 4, and 6. I am getting. See in the terminal, I am getting 2, 4, and 6. If I just write matrix 1, what I am getting? Tell me.
Sir, 135.
1, 3, 5 I am also getting. If I just write matrix 2, if I just write
7.
matrix 2, so I am able to get the third row as well. Correct?
Yes.
Instead of doing this again and again, can I loop it? Can I loop it? Yes, I can loop it. Correct? So
Yes.
instead of doing this again and again, I can loop it. So how I will loop it? I will take a list, and over here I will just write for R in matrix.
Yes.
Correct? For R in matrix. And this R I am putting in this list. Got it?
Yes.
If I print ls, entire rows will be printed of this matrix.
Yes.
Getting it? Hmm?
Yes.
Now, if I am able to get this list, if I do the sum, if I do the sum
Some.
of R, now this list will be added. 2 plus 4 plus 6. Got it?
Yes. Yes.
This way, I am first, I am getting one row, and the row what I get, I am just doing the summation. Two steps. Okay. Now come to our original question. This was the original question we have. So let me put this one. So this was the question that sum of columns, correct? Sum of columns. Remember, every time I will have to go in this way, but there is no chance I will have to get one by one row. Correct? I'm sure. So if I get the first row in any variable like I or something, so I am just writing for I in matrix. For I in matrix, so I am getting the first row, but how I will get the first column value? So that is important thing. So I am doing one loop, and inside this, whatever I am getting. So this way you can break it. If you want, you can, for your understanding purpose, you can just break it. How this one is working. See, you can break it like this. Correct? Okay. For understanding purpose, this one. What is happening now? Value of I is 0, and for rows in matrix. So this will fetch the first row of the matrix. Then it will do sum of only value that are at zero position in every row. Every time whatever row is coming, row 1, row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever rows we have, every time row I, because the value of I is coming 0, so every time 0 position value will be added. Correct? So this way I am getting the sum of columns, I am getting sum of rows, and I am just printing the diagonal matrix ij position, because if I need, so this one is the I and this one is the j. So any value we can fetch at ij I. So because I just need diagonal, right diagonal, so I am just taking ii position. But yes, sure, if you want left diagonal, how will you do it? 6, 3, and 7. 6, 3, and 7.
Just so like one side will be so 0 comma 2 and so 1 comma 1
Hmm.
so 2 comma 0.
In the loop, how will you do it? In the loop, how will you do it? Think and tell me. Sum of right diagonal we want.
Can we do it so from for loop or we can
Any logic you can do. I have a 3 cross 3 matrix. Just very small logic you need to think. Try to see. I am interested in this. See carefully. I am interested in this part. Okay? This one. I am only interested. Okay. Suppose we have a outer loop. Correct? We have a outer loop like this. And from this outer loop, I am getting 0 position, because how many rows we have? 3 rows. So I will iterate this loop 0, 1, and 2. So my basic logic would be, I will be just putting for I in range 3. So outer loop is completed. Tell me.
Yes.
Outer loop is completed. Now, what I will do? I am getting the first range. Now, that means 0. So, if I just write matrix I position, so what I will be getting?
Sir, matrix 0 means the first list.
First row, correct?
Yes, sir. First.
First row, 2, 4, and 6. But if I write I comma I, what I will get?
Sir, first row and the first element of first
So 0 row and 0 column,
row.
correct? So
Yes.
what value will be fetched? 2.
2.
Okay. So this I know that this is the 0, this is 1, and this is the 2. This is the 2, correct?
Yes.
So if I want this position value, what is the position? And
Sir,
just I am building the logic. This
sir,
position
0,
value
comma 2.
and this position value. So every time tell me the position of 6. Tell me.
Sir, 0, comma 2.
0 and sorry 0 and 2, correct?
Yes.
Now position of 3,
1, 1, 1. Yes.
1 and
1.
1, correct?
Yes.
And position of 7,
2, 0.
0 and
Sir, 2, 0.
right 2 and
0.
0. That is very normal thing we are getting. I need to check the pattern. See 0, 1 and 2. There is a some pattern 0, 1 and 2. So this is the ith value, correct? This is the ith value. Now I need to convert this into my logic. So this is the ith position, correct? Prakhar,
Yes.
getting
Yes.
me?
Yes.
This is the ith position what we have. Now think about this 2, 1 and 0. Every time there is a difference of 1. So if I
Yes.
just write how many maximum number of rows we have? 3. So
Yes.
if I just write 2 minus I, 2 minus
I.
I, 2 minus I, correct?
Yes.
What will happen? I will be 0, 2 minus I, the 2 minus 0, that will become
2.
0, 2, correct?
Yes.
So I am able to get this one. So here I will be putting my logic. I will be just putting my logic to find the sum of whatever. My logic is clear. Logic is built.
Yes.
I minus 2. Internally what I will be doing? I minus 2. This one I will be doing. So I will be just doing sum of, and I will write matrix I position and I minus, sorry, 2 minus I position.
Yes.
This is the core logic that we are trying to build over here. See this one, matrix I. Now
Yes.
compare this. For I in range, first time value of I will come what? 0.
0. Yes.
And this 2 minus 0, the 2 minus 0 means 2. So
2.
this will
Yes.
become 0 comma 2. So 0
Yes.
comma 2 means I am getting 6. Correct?
6. Yes.
Now some function is going on. Some function is going on. Now
Yes.
I will get another value for I, that is 1. So this will 1 and 2 minus 1. 1 1 position. So I am getting this one. 1 1 position value 3. Clear?
Yes.
And now we have 7. So again we will have this one. Matrix 2 comma and 2 minus I. 2
Yes,
minus
teacher.
2, 2 0. 2 0. The 2 0 means 7. Got it? Hmm.
Yes.
This way I will be fetching. Right diagonal sum. Let me right diagonal sum. So I will just put a list for I in range and 0, 1 and 2. Just I need. So I will give 3 and whatever value of I is coming, I will just sum matrix I comma 2 minus I. Correct?
Yes.
And now let us print it. Print sum of right diagonal. Sum of right diagonal this way. Now run it. What is happening? Hmm. Okay. I don't need to put this in list. Okay. Because
Yes.
just I am
Yes, sir. It's just an integer.
hmm, final value I am getting. Ne? So I don't need to put in this list. What is now it is saying statement must be separated by new lines. Why new lines required? Okay, this is the sum
So because
function.
we can, yes,
Yes.
so because we can do that shorthand only list.
No, no, it is also possible. For I in range. Okay, that is fine. And what I need to do this. Correct? This is because I am considering whatever is happening inside this. See, like
Yes.
this. Okay, that was the mistake. So, for I in range, every time value of I is coming, now I am getting the only positional value. Correct? I am not
Yes.
putting in any list. Just think like this. It is a sum. If I just write sum of 1 comma 2 comma 3, so that will also happen. Correct? Sum, but sum of what? Comma not comma is not required every time value we are getting. So that will. Now I print. Okay,
Yes.
I am getting the right diagonal. Any operation we want. So this is the operation. Right diagonal, column value, sum value. Just do one time dry run, right? Just do one or two time dry run, then there will be no confusion. Now I want output like this. I have, where is my matrix? Yes. So if somebody is saying I want output like this, I want output like this. They are saying like we have first 2 comma 4 comma 6. That is flattened matrix, correct? That is
Yes.
flattened matrix. Second row like this 1 and we have 3, 3 and 5, correct? And
Yes.
so normally we can do it 7, 8 and 9 like this. So I
Yes.
will just loop it. So flat matrix, I can say it is a variable and let me
R.
take the first row, correct? Take
Yes.
the first row. So par,
R in matrix.
par number in row, correct?
Yes.
Whatever value I want in row. And this will be taking out num value over here,
Yes.
correct? This will be taking out num value over. So num means, but sure, I don't want this one as well because every time I will be printing the row, the result will be the same, but I don't want this cell. Correct? Loop inside loop. Consider loop inside loop. I am getting for num in row, so that means it will fetch 2, 4, and 6. Correct?
Yes.
It will fetch 2, 4, and 6. Again, for this, I will also do the looping. Correct?
Yes.
So, for first row, I will get in matrix. And again, whatever value I am getting, I will just put num.
Yes.
For num in row, if we just check it, what we are getting, correct? See, if I just store this for num in row, what is happening? Row is not defined.
Yes.
So I will just clear my logic. First of all, I need to get this one. Okay. I need to get this one. So I will just write for row in matrix. Row in matrix. Again, I will get the first row. Now I am doing the nesting. So again I will write for n in row and whatever n we are getting, we are putting over here. Correct? This logic, and let me print this flat matrix. Because we cannot remember all logic every time, we have to just build it. See, correct? Now match with your logic. Try to understand. First, what I am doing, come over here. First, this is the first loop we are running for row in matrix, correct?
Yes.
So this will fetch the first row. Again, from that row, I am trying one by one value. So suppose I am getting 1, comma 2, comma 3. What this loop will do? for n in row because value is coming in this. So this is the value of row. So from this row I am trying to get one by one value n. So n I am putting in this list. Correct? Any doubt?
Yes.
This one. This is the flat matrix. But what if I want value in the listed nested list? So that is the normal part. Nested list we can do. Nested list we can also create. Nested list. So simply we will take a list and I will write for rows in matrix. Simple. For rows in matrix. And I will be putting those rows in my list. So this will give me the nested list. So print nested list. Correct? This one. So this is the question that we have done. I am sharing with you as well. This question was targeted to make you aware about the matrix related operation because in NumPy and Panda, what will happen every time we will be working like this, correct? So
Yes.
this question is ultimate important up to this point. Now we have another scenario. Suppose we have a student name and their marks, and I want to do some analysis. So let me take another example. List 5.py. We have a student and there is a nested list. Here I am given name like Prakhar. Spelling is correct, right? So if I give marks like 90, next student we have suppose Pamela. Let us take 78. Krishna 80. Next we have Fatima. Let us take 71. Ethan 65. Correct? So we have
Yes.
this. Now, so this is the list we have, and I need to do the operation. Students, find students greater than 80 marks. Correct?
Yes.
That is topper. That is topper. So first part, find student greater than 80 marks, topper, and sort by marks. Correct? Sort by marks. This way. We have, so first I would like to find student marks greater than 80. So my
Yes.
logic would be I will be getting this list. So
Yes.
student 0, if I write student 0, correct? If I write student 0, let us build the logic in my notepad. So this will be the students 0, correct? So if I am looping through it, if I am just writing for, okay, S in students, just rough work, correct? For S in students. Now, if I just write, what will happen? This will, for the first time, this will fetch this student, correct? But this is the 0 position and this is the 1 position. Got it?
Yes.
So I am interested in marks, so I will just write S of 1. S of 1 means 90. If I am interested in name, then what I will write? S 0. Correct?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Are getting me?
Yes.
I am running a loop for S in student. So this is the matrix. For S in student, first time this row will be fetched, and from this row I am getting one list. This is the 0 position value and this is the 1 position value. Again, this will come, this will come. If I write S1 again, what I am getting? 78. Correct?
Yes.
So if my question was greater than 80, I can put the logic like this, greater than 80. Hmm? And every time I am putting the answer in a separate list. Correct?
Yes.
So I'm able to find the marks. So same way, before this, take a simple example so that it will be helpful for you. Let me take a simple list ls, and here I have a list like 10, 40, 60, 70, 90 or 20, like this values we have. Hmm? So if I want to print the values which are more than 50, what I will do? For I will write for x in range,
Yes. Yes.
or else we can say ls, correct? Whatever
Yes.
logic I want. For x in ls, and
If
I will check the condition if x greater than what?
yes.
For
If the
whatever logic I want,
yes.
correct? 40. Then I am interested in that value. Print x,
Yes.
correct? Similarly, so I am able to find these values over here 60, 70, 89. This way I am getting these values. Now I have this question. I have this question. Students, find students marks. So I am just trying above 80, correct? Above 80. Let me create a variable above 80 like this, and keeping for x in, or you can take a variable x in students. I am doing very simplified way. And if I just write s, what will be the output? That everything will be coming, correct? In the nested list.
Yes.
Print above 80. Still it is incomplete, but I am showing you. So for s, okay, sorry, one mistake we have done. List indices must be integer or slices, not tuple. Hmm. So because what is happening, if I just put the 0, correct? So hmm, just wait. For S in students, and what is the problem with this? If I just
So,
write, think, students, we have for S in students. I am not putting any condition, just taking S, and I am trying to print. Let me try again. Above 80. Hmm. What is the actual
first,
error? List indices must
so
be
there's a comma
integer.
missing.
Where comma is missing?
Yes. Was third student. Like so Krishna in
Okay, yes. Hmm. Thank you. Yes, so I am getting this one. So if I just put print this so that I will be able to see it in new line. Okay, this list I am getting. Now I am just putting one logic. Now you are able to find S is there. If I just put one condition, if S of one position, correct? Because marks, this one is the 0 and this one is the S1 position greater than 80. Clear?
yes.
So this, let me, if S1 greater than 80, this way. Clear? I am getting this one because I am putting my condition based on one position. So this I am getting. So this is the list of student whose marks are above. Let me make it something 81 and run it again. This we have, correct? Two students. Now topper. Topper means
The highest.
who is the person that is having highest marks. Hmm. I want topper. Topper means max, correct?
Yes.
Topper means max.
Maximum.
So I am removing this condition and trying to think the logic for S in students. That is fine, correct? That is fine. And over here I am only if I just print S, so this will be here. So if I just write S1, what will happen? Correct? S1 and I just print the topper. Let me see what output I am getting. Topper. This way. And if I try to find the maximum value of this list, correct? Maximum value of this list. Max of this list, correct? So what will happen? I am able to find the marks but not student
Yes.
name. Hmm?
Yes. Yes.
I am able to find the marks but not student name. I have different logics. One logic we can build, find the student name whose marks equal to 90, correct? So simply this list I have, and I can try to build a logic like this. First I will find the index. First I will find the index
Yes.
of student, but I will have to go in this matrix row by row. Okay. Now the question is half done. Now the question is half done. Now think the logic how we can different logic हम कैसे build कर सकते हैं. How we can do this. One technique is that is very quick and small, that is lambda we can use, but I have not taught you lambda, but definitely we can use the loop, correct? We can use the loop. So let me try. I am taking a variable top student. There are different ways, correct? I am telling you, I will show you top student. And let me take the first student in the list, correct? First, I will compare everyone, correct? Like loop, student 0. Then I will just start the for stu in students. Every time I will be getting students, and these students from one position, because 0 position student I have already kept. So if student 1, I'm just doing the manual way, correct? Student 1 greater than topper, top student. Then topper वही होगा top student equal to stu. This is the manual way, right? This is the manual way. But if you are able to find the index of, because you are able to jump up to this place 90, and another thing we can do, that is using lambda expression. But do you know lambda, what lambda works?
Yes.
Okay, so there is a problem because I have not taught you lambda yet. Otherwise, in lambda, it is very easy. Let me show you how it will work. Topper, I can just replicate it and let me comment this one. Topper, and I can just write lambda. So from that lambda, I will find the max. Okay, so I have students, that is fine. And this is the key 0, key 1. So I will just write key equal to lambda x such that x and one position value, and this will be over here, student. Now I can just print the topper. Very simple logic. See, prakhar 90.
Yes.
But if you are getting 90 by this, you can also find in this loop. You have different ways. You can use nested loop for row and column, whatever. Roughly, if you want, how you can do this. It is a
So,
lambda.
and
Yes,
yes.
suppose I have this, I make it student 1. And I don't know anything. But I have a clue that the student whose marks is 90 from this logic, correct? From
Yes.
this logic. I don't know anything. I have forget everything, lambda, all that. But I have logic that topper can be found this way. This is the entire thing we have done. For S in student and S1, that is topper. ठीक है? So it is the value. But I need very rough way. So I will just start looping through it. How many rows we have? For I in
So,
range, and what will be the range? That will
right.
be length of students 1, correct?
Yes.
What is happening to it? Expected. Okay. Hmm. So now this will be the zero range something, and I will build my logic for, let me take like st. If st and one position equals 90, correct? Equals 90. Print st for that. Let me try. Hmm.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
What is happening? Out of range.
Index.
Out of range. Correct?
Yes.
So this is the very rough logic. First, what I did, I found max marks. Correct?
Yes.
I have nothing. And you can use this variable max marks like this. But yes, there is possibility there can be two students as well. Correct?
Yes.
So need to be very careful. So other logic will work. But yes, if we are claiming for single student, then we are getting answer like this. So that will also work, and this is the smartest way. So let me explain this how lambda works. It is saying we have a lambda expression, and in lambda x colon x1. That means this for this lambda I am putting this value. So
Yes.
x will be considered as students, and every it will do internal iteration. It will do internal iteration, and for x1 position, whatever max value is found, then it will print the student. So this way it works, but little later I will be covering lambda. But until unless we have not done lambda, so this logic will be fine. Correct? But this is not the best logic we can say. It is just for the basic things. Next question is for the text analysis. Until unless we have done price analysis, marks analysis, temperature analysis, matrix operation, right? Now we have question for the text analysis. You want break for 5 to 10 minutes? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
If there is something like that, you can. So it's 11:12. Let's connect on 11:20. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just stopping the recording or pausing the recording, you can say.